in sexuality law at Columbia Law School. We also have Donna Hilton, who has been deeply involved in movements for social justice around the country and draws upon her experience imprisoned in a women's correctional facility for 27 years. And Sunsara Taylor. Sunsara is an activist, leader, and writer. She writes for Revolution newspaper and founder of End Pornography and Patriarchy, the Enslavement and Degradation of Women. And this is really going to start as a conversation, and I'm sorry, one last thing, because I really want to acknowledge our partners in bringing this event to you. In addition to the Henry Cohen Lecture Series, we are also supported in this conversation by the He for She initiative of UN Women, which has been an extremely important partner to organizations and leaders and governments around the world, not just in the United States that we partner with here in New York. But I really want to start by really just asking what you feel most moved to say to this audience after this film, and start from there. And I'm just going to start with you, Sunsara, and we'll just move down.
Hi, thanks so much for coming out tonight. Thank you for putting this together, and thank you, Maureen, for helping organize this.
Once again.
I guess I feel two things very strongly. I mean, I do feel outraged. I feel it is so long past time we live in a world and under a system that enforces violence and degradation from the moment women are born to their last dying breath, that criminalizes women, that shames women, that deprives women of their reproductive rights and their control over their bodies and their lives, and that no one should put up with any of it, and that it's not human nature, it is the nature of the system, and we need a revolution. We need to overthrow this system. I think that what we saw is actually law after law, movement after movement, chipping away at this. There's something deeper than even can be repaired through law. I think we need a total revolution. And then I have a lot more to say about the moment that we're in, but Trump and Pence, but we can come back
to the moment.
But yeah.
So hi, thank you very much for having me. I'm super excited to be here with this really esteemed panel, talking about things that are really near and dear to my heart, and some of my other parts for that matter. I think what moved me most by the film was the fact that, we didn't talk about the connections between race and gender. We didn't talk about trans issues. Because all of these things, we're not going to be able to do this, if we're going to look at these issues in isolation. And we're going to have to make the connection between what's happening internationally, because race, gender, and all these different systems of oppression really are set up in service to capitalism. And so, to some degree, I think we're going to have to give up some of our privilege. I think that, in order to do that, we really will have to give up some privilege, and we'll have to really think about how it is we're going to work together, and how, the Black Lives Matter movement connects to the movements for gender equality. How we can sit and be comfortable when, trans women of color are killed every day. I don't see outrage. I'm outraged that there's no outrage.
Seven trans women, I think, just since the beginning of
the year. So I think that we really will have to examine whether or not our practices, our policies, and our priorities are aligning with our values. And if they're not, what exactly do we need to do about that?
Hi, I'm Jenny. Glad to be here as well. So when I was watching the film, so maddened by the fact that this is still part of the conversation. I'm a lawyer as well, and I was inspired to go to law school because of these issues, and was so frustrated by the legal process that I now am in direct service in a nonprofit, because I felt I wanted to take myself not out of the policy conversation, but feel like the impatience that I was feeling with the policy level and with the legal level could be channeled into working with women and girls directly every day in communities in the country, and chose to sort of channel my frustration that way. It hasn't solved it. The maddening doesn't go away, but it's it made me reflect on that choice and kind of where I'm sitting with it. So I kind of ingested it in a different way. But yeah, it's a good conversation starter for sure.
Hi, thank you, all of you, for being here. So, a couple of things. The film, mostly every point that was focused on in the film, except for one, were the reasons why I landed in prison, right? So I'm a product of most of those circles, if not all of them. But one of the key points for me, and I think we won't be successful in this movement, in this revolution, when that commissioner of police, a woman, did not know the law, she didn't act like she cared to know it, and she didn't know that it affected or did not affect women as it does. And so that says a lot. So I'm being faced with women who still are in a mindset that, well, it's you, not me, or it's us, it's them, not us, and it has a lot to do with color, it has a lot to do with class. But they don't even recognize that they're also hurting themselves. So with all these isms and all these ills that we have, no woman is excluded. You know, no woman is excluded. It doesn't matter your race, it doesn't matter your economic, socioeconomic status, it does not matter. And until we look at each other and see ourselves as equal and we see ourselves in each other, we will not be successful. So we can have these talks over and over and over again, but unless we recognize that, we're not going to be successful.
That makes me just want to get in the streets. I'm sorry.
Thanks so much. So to echo a few of the panelists who've already spoken, I'm also a lawyer, and I sort of wore this with my lawyer hat. So one of my takeaways is I think the film kept coming back to, if we only had strict scrutiny, then there would be, sufficient protection for women under the Constitution. And I just want to emphasize that there's absolutely no legal silver bullet